Yeah, welcome to today's program, Abrokyire Abrobo Nsem, Life in the Western World and its Problems. We have left our various countries and we are here abroad, and so we are still helping ourselves to talk about the problems that we encounter here and how we can help ourselves solve those problems. And it's been a long journey. We started about 5 weeks ago and we are still on. And so today I welcome all of you, those of you who are watching us and listening from your various homes. We appreciate all that you are doing to support this program, and we will still indulge. We will plead with you to continue to support us in whichever way you can. And so I welcome you once again to today's program. Last week we were looking at sex in marriage, how it affects our marriage and how we can improve on it. And today we are going to talk about abuse, physical abuse and verbal abuse in our marriages. And yɛba bɛkasa afa sɛ yɛhwɛ basabasaeɛ a ɛwɔ awareɛ mu, sɛ yɛyusu kasabɔne anaa yɛtene yɛn nsa ɛwɔ yɛadɔfo so. Ɛyɛ ade a esi ɛwɔ Abrokyire ha. Na ɛdeɛn na ɛma ne ba, na ɛkwan bɛn so na yɛbɛtumi esi ano kwan ama ɔbra a yɛbɔ anaa ware a yɛwɔ mu no ayɛ akɔnɔ na ayɛ krabɛhwɛ sɛnea yɛhwehwɛ no no. Ɛnɛ nso nyame ayɛ adom, yɛwɔ yɛabadwafoɔ ɛwɔ yɛn ntam ha. Yɛwɔ Mama Esther ɛwɔ ha. Mama Esther mema wakɔ aba. Saa nso na yɛwɔ ɛyɛ the experienced man Mr. Dazi. Ɛyɛ yɛn papa. Da yɛma akɔ aba. Yɛwɔ wɔfa kwasi enso ɛwɔ yɛn ntam, wɔfa enti no ebia munhu no ɛwɔ afidie no so, nanso ɔka yɛn ho, ɔkasa yɛbɛtene nka. Enti no wedie yɛbɛsan afa saa kwanyan so na yɛasrɛ mo sɛ momfa nkyɛn sɛ yɛdelay kakra. Yɛn sɛbre pii no yɛbɛhyɛ ase. Na sɛ last week about sex issue no, minya nsɛm mmienu bi a na nka sɛ yɛtumi ɛka ho asɛm na yɛnwie. Na obi ebisa about nwa ɔmaware foforo, those who are newly married, ɛba abem na the way ananka omusite no ɛnyɛ saa na ɛkɔ ne bio esan abofra a abem no. Enti no ebia sɛnea nanka ɛbɛma no ɔhwehwɛ sɛ ne yere ɛne ne bɛyɛ no asɛ attention ni nyinaa akɔdi ɛba no hɔ. Enti no bɛma no bisa sɛ situation sei no ɛdeɛn na yɛbɛtumi ayɛ ɛde aboa no, because ofi sa sɛ maame no attention nyinaa akɔdi ɛba no nkyɛn. Enti no obisa ɛkwan bɛn so na ɔmfa sɛ efutuo bi wɔ hɔ a yɛbɛtumi ɛde ama ɛbɛboa. Wedi dadi memfa mfiri wɔ hɔ sɛ ɛden na wobɛtumi aka akyerɛ bɛɛma no.
Well, it's here for your name, yes, Shebio. On your some year is in here because won't tune about Bumna, my copanadum, I sure home my baba. Le banabano, Besiano, na attention in our corner today, or she our friend because the American to an imper, Yami, I shot an imperent to Mrs. Besian all window for all milk and other mamma of Frobano. And see, walk into more hay. Mobile in the Umaminya and Obiana Maminya. It's just the two of you people. And so the best thing that you have to do is just support and understand the woman that she has to take care of the kid, so as to find time that she will find time for your needs or your affairs, whatever that it is. So what I would simply say is that you have to have patience, because the woman giving birth, right after that, the pains that she goes through, you have no idea. And then again, she has to take care of the kid. Probably she has to even cook or take care of you too. So certain things you can wait. Normally they say that it takes about 3 months or 4 months before anything of that sort can happen. So whilst we are here, we have to share our time, our patience and understanding with one another by giving the woman and the newborn baby the time that they can feel comfortable. Definitely you can wait for 4 months. When you came, the woman was here, or probably if the two of you met here too, you were alone for a while. Right now, what you have to do is to consider the woman, consider the kid, consider yourself. When the time comes, you will have it. There's no problem rushing to anything of that sort. This is what I have to tell whoever asked that question.
Okay. Mama Esther, ben wa dwenkyere ewo we nso ho.
Yo, madam was enenumre. Me pa cho me so ma dwenkyere kakra me tumi di abam na se me ye papa kan bebre na kakra bi na me de beto so. Efa enum no me fen se me pa cho ni pa kro no wo free ye side ho no. Enum side no de metumi aka ne se esese me pa cho be ma no etumi boa oba no e wo kwan bi so kwan a me kan ne bi no so ne se ebia sa bre mu no ebia na ebetumi abasa be ma no ye adwuma oba na nya adwuma because of akura ne nti se sa na tie de a be ma no wo ba fie a tam bi kakra bi a opese maame no nso eye free na wonso tumi nya no enam eno ho nti na esa wonso kwan bi so no akora no obanom bata nya se bia tambia na obanom no fo ana obedidi enti wo hwe na ono nso akora ne didi wi akwan bi so no nso betumi age akora no se pie kora na wo de na pie na maame ne wo bibibia na watumi aye ne ntentem eno boa ema maame no etumi nya mmere na se ekoba se me pa atwo continuous se esese owie akora no owie a aduane no abeba owie we a ebeba we dia ene emre na ebeche ebeba nso ebeche ifri se ye nipa ba akona na eye adwuma no me fan so beginning na won wo ye no na eye ba ako opekora a mo pekora a monye ba se na wo akobam wontumi nkasa wonu aduane fi se akora no mane nom ekombedo amana mane no fo ntese wo po ese odidi enti mo be
na akoy se de ekire na adwen pi ni se won se aya na mbe ma no etoda adwen no kwa se wo ase oba no eba bemnti tembia ode no eye excuse ni ade but you being a woman no we want to know say after childbirth no do we or do you experience certain changes in the body emma timida sa subana di anaso say it could be natural anaso say ebi wo ho atimda na mashada ebi wom wo akoyo oba me nya oba ntimi nim hawa etie
pacho eno de awo na chi no bibi sa ni ho na mum te se fasta honam yi a ne ne manketenkiti bi fa ba no ho de eno de ubewo mu bi a depende obia obi kura ho no ma ne de betwam bosome mi no da so wo still pains ni mo depende se bi a owo normal anase yetwa no ni nyina no eteki ayi no na eno nso na nchen ebi so ho no mo a na oba no enema bi koso na Abrobo mu a ontumi nka nokore no nkyere be ma no nti ade bi wo ho a efri sa oba no wo ye no bi a wonya wo ye nya sa na no wote wo ye no abeye tise se be ma no nya abotere na titru mofra na dura na dwo nso so a wo na ye mu no sa wo omo a wo mu so a wo na wo mutumi so anti betumi abaso se anadwo na nipa nyina da na maame ne te ho nti daytime no na afe na daytime no na akola na ida nti maame no sa wo pese wo da bi dia sa time na sa wo nso uja bibia na wo da bi nti betumi nti wo no wo baba time bia wo behu sa wo no ho ba bi ana ukoye no time na enam sa akola na nti ukoye no no nso da bi nti no behu ne se ayese wo muya wo bie ma na say but enye sa na tie sa na sese eba
Yo, wafa ɛdeɛn na efutuo a wode bɛma nipa a ɔte saa no sɛ bi a ɛba akɔbɛm no na nka deɛ ɔhwɛ anim sɛ o ahyase no ɛba mbaayɛ no na de we ɔmu si gye ɔmani wɔ mpa so ne ade no sɛ abɔfra abɛm ɛdeɛn na ɔnyɛ because ohun ne sɛ ne yere na attention nyinaa kɔ akɔdi abɔfra no hɔ ɛdeɛn efutuo na wode bɛma saa nipa no. Wafa Pacho Otimenka.
Pacho Meton Kappa.
Okay. Question Anna maybe. Aha, okay.
Yeah, mete question now busan say you omo make attention wo ayi enkwala no so me ya ma no ye jayen atum nchen.
Yeah.
Yes starting free yeah body e kan ye ho a ye emwa. So with the lion a example on na metim dey example.
Okay.
Say ni yire wo a ekwan bi aso no oba ne pekwan bi so no protecting kwala no because maame na attention nyina kokodi nkwala ne so.
Okay.
Nti kodi nkwala ne so a then but say be man pekwan bi so the man will find a way to kill the children. Moment the children dies, the woman will come to the man. So I won't compare animals to human being, but that's what I'm telling you about this thing.
Yeah.
For us, if we want our women to pay attention to us, not only for the children, we have to help, as our father said. We have to help because when they give birth, it's like they've seen themselves over there. They have some kind of love, not because they don't love you as men. They don't love us. They love us. But they have this psychological thing that they have to pay attention to the child. Anything is the child. Anything, do you know I don't have time? Do you know it's the child? This, that. Then we men, somehow, we cannot say it. We hide our feelings most of the time. We cannot say it, then we have to find a way to cause problem in the house.
Okay.
So if the woman is taking advantage of I'm doing this for the child, we have to help.
Okay.
That tradition that we have in Africa that this one is for the woman, this one is for the man, we have to stop because we are living in Europe. We are suffering together. Women are working 8 hours, men are working 8 hours. Some men think if a woman is staying home with a child, they are not doing anything. You are staying home. You are not doing anything, just home. But it's not like that. Home with a child, a newborn baby, is more than 8 hours job.
Yeah.
Imagine when the woman has had twins, then 16 hours.
So, yeah, everything is twice.
Twice. So when we come home, we know we are tired. Yes, the women are tired. So we have to help them so that we can have time with them.
Now, Wafa, let me throw this. I think this animal demonstration here, in some way, what I deduce from that, it makes the men develop some kind of jealousy.
Yes.
And how can we address that particular issue? Is there any way a man bet me a balance attention? No, I say you don't ignore the man completely, but you find ways and means. Say, maybe are not necessarily having sex with the man, but you find time for him as well. Say Obama no ebua if you know so no. How should the women also try to balance it? Now quiet to say be jealousy no
Can I come in here?
Okay. Said I make jealous. We don't do the jealous intentionally. We don't do jealous intentionally, but it's like and they are not the women are not doing it intentionally too. Most of them are not doing it intentionally. Most of them, especially when it comes to the sex issue, let's say after some months or 3 or 4, and you want to go back to the normal stage of sex issue, and the woman is saying, I'm tired, or because of the child, that is where
the problem
we men have to do something about it. That's where the problem is. But in the flesh one, the first month, 2 months, 3 months, men sometimes we don't think like that. But when it started, that they know that now you are strong, that we can go to our normal routine, and you are using the child. That's why the jealous start. And men, we don't actually
act normally.
Says that normally, yeah. We don't have that boldness to say, why are you giving attention to the child? We feel like we don't have to say that, but inside us, it's working.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying we have to help. Anything that she wants to use it as
an excuse,
advanced excuse, then we have to help that so they don't have any excuse.
Any excuse. Okay. Thank you very much. Mr. Daz, you wanted to come in. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, all I can add to that is that we need education.
Okay.
We need education because sex education in Ghana and many places it's not there. Before you get into anything, you have to be prepared. So being a man or a woman or a boy or a girl that you are in that situation, before going to that situation, you need someone to tell you that these are the consequences. Because you cannot just claim me and myself and I all the time, because woman getting pregnant is not an easy thing. Going through the pregnancy all the time that it's ahead of her, fortunately God blesses you, the child comes. The process, if you were to be in the hospital to witness the process of giving birth, I think you would think twice before you go back there and claim anything. You know, over there back in Ghana, you're not allowed to be there.
Exactly.
But here you are called to be there. So if you remember the pain, the screaming and everything else, she can even insult you to tell that I hate you. You know. So if you know about all these things, then you will know that as she comes, the baby that has come has to be protected, and it's natural nature. So if she is doing that, you should really be appreciative, not coming with your demands and your requests. You can sit on it, you know. And as we are talking about, go help so much that she will know that all what you are doing, you need to be rewarded. And she will reward you with what you need without even asking it. I believe that most women would do that. If you really go into help and help more, that they can rest, that even that time you can even help with the cooking, that she can get enough food from you, that I've prepared something for you. When you come from work, as we are here, it's not like Ghana. Nobody will laugh at you for making it work in your own home. You know, so when that time comes, since she hasn't got any help, and since you cannot help her either, you have to put in an extraordinary effort. By so doing, she'll be convinced to know that this man is the real man that I need in my life when she's in that situation that she's in need of help. But you don't turn your back to her watching your TV programs and all that. When you finish, you ask for food. She's not a cook. She's your wife. And if you need a servant, you never married a servant. You married to someone whom you love. So if you love her, it's like you're loving yourself. So if you don't want to be treated that way, treat her the nicest way. Even that is the time that you have to find presents. That's the time that you have to come with compliments. By so doing, it will go your way. That's what I have to say.
Thank you very much,
yes, sir.
Mr. Dazi. And to add to what he said, I think that when the women get pregnant, you know, there is some kind of hormonal change in them. And so if you notice, the behavior of women change at that time. I want this, you go and buy, you bring it, and then she will tell you, no, it smells so bad. Something that she was craving for. Now I don't like, no, take it away, no. So after the birth, we should also know that it is not as if immediately they give birth, all the hormonal changes they cease. No, it continues for some time before they come back to their normal selves. So as our father was saying, we need some sort of education to know what women go through, the changes, the physical changes and all that. Some even don't feel good about their bodies, as we heard from the caller last week. So there are so many things that they go through, and I think we, the men, the least we can do is to support them in whichever way we can. Cooking, helping. When you come back from work, at least try your own way to make the woman happy and relieve her of all the pain from her shoulders. You can also take the child, play with the child, so she can also rest, because it is not an easy thing, and we need to appreciate the effort of the women. Thank you very much for all that you have said. And this one, I want us to be very quick on that. There was another one too concerning the sex, and they were talking about body odor. Maybe somebody has a problem in the armpit, in the mouth, and in this particular case, the person was complaining of someone who smokes and at the same time drinks. The woman is willing. The woman is willing to give whatever to the man to make him happy. But she suffers at the expense of that. So she is asking, what can she do? Ediena onye. Opese obua wu kunuma ne nije ewo mpaso. Nanso enka ewo no ho bia na motuom anase nenum obi na dia na eha nipa ne kese ne se nipa ne nom sa osanso abo cigarette ibi. Inti oba na ohome sa na ase de odi blade twa no. Ye mra ye wo school ye kan say akwa ni twa me blade na che say enka fi nenum che so bie ne hwinuma yi na che say wa de wo ye nyina atime tete wani so na nipa sa no onya den wo fa ma me fa mfiri wo so
yo openyi me da say se oba modern kware obema anase oba se nye mema nkwa nanum joti o ma so
no ma ne bi nsu twa blade ni bi pa
blade pa fancy en fan sanom ne joti sem no se wani da ho sebe ebru sebe yesoma no da somra ase na ukware bema ana oba onum cigarette ati ase se blade ni obetwa akopem se bi pie mu dia mu unless se wajai unless say wajai dia any betima ye hu bibi nemum se fa se bia enye ensanom anase jot ne bia ne honemu a ene abrofuduro ye betimi dia to nchen. We can use only lemon. The women can use it, the men can use it. Before you go to bath, spend 5 minutes, use lemon on your body, the whole from top to down, everywhere. Anywhere there's the need, you have to use the lemon over there and wait, let's say 5 minutes before you bath. You don't need any deodorant. You don't need anything that costs expensive. Because when we are having sex, we breathe to each other. We kiss each other. We do a lot of things. We go a lot of places. So when we go to some places and there's scent coming over there, it destroys everything.
Pleasant, yeah.
It's not pleasant. So we have to do something about it. Not say she don't love me or he don't love me. No, you are killing the person somewhere. So find a way. Lemon does not cost much. It can cost, let's say, if it's in Swedish, it can cost, let's say, 10 krona. I don't know about the European countries, the other European countries or America, but it doesn't cost much. Use that and clean yourself so that we can have good sex. Bless you.
Thank you very much. Mama Esther, na obi wo ho a na sebe enyese jot nko a anase ensan keke. But onipa no so nenum naturally enkan eyi a den na nipa no onye because obi wo ha otimi ka choice o kotwi wo sian san no aba ntino den futuo na owo
yo pa cho eno de me fen se enka ye ne kwan so ano no se eni kwan kura sa wo ma obi ka kire wa ansan na waye e ya de a eda ho se nipa de ifra no pamu ni nyina watwitwiri ba akwa no pa enwumre no ba beda eno de nkeni kwan pose ye ka na enso so ye wobu ho no ma agese wo ka enti obi a wo sa problem mesrese mpacho wo ba ka de na enso ebia na nipa no nso afa no eyi akwan so nti wobafa kwan bi a wobɛka no bɔkɔ sɛ we de mepa akyɛw a ɛyɛ edura nwumra mesere wa twetwere wo se ansana waba.
Yo, yeah, that's bebre. All that we are saying is that we need to respect one another and then consider what others are also going through. So if you love your partner and you know that this is a problem to him or her, then you also need to advise yourself. When you have finished with your smoke or whatever, you also need to be clean to make sure that everybody is happy. Thank you very much. Now we would want to divert and start with today's topic, which is abuse in marriage. At the end, obi be abuse ne partner. Ejadazi.
Well, it depends on so many things.
Now, first of all, mamimi sade Abrokyire dam abuse no osi.
Abrokyire osi. Abrokyire na Ghana sunku difference behind him, because to many of our people, no, coming from our African continent, no, they allow their poverty make decisions to them.
Okay.
And then being their upbringing, no, they are most of them are not brought up with any sort of self-confidence. So this poverty and the self-confidence that they lack and the poverty that they have, you see, you've been brought here by your own effort, by the husband or the wife's effort. You have to forget about the poverty where you are coming from. Let it be there. Focus on the future, because when you do it and there's some excess, something over, from there you can attend to other issues. We come here and then we come with issues. We want a mansion. We want all the people in our family, since you are in Europe or elsewhere, you uplift them to the height or to the level that you can't even carry them. By sending money, by wanting to build a house, suddenly you need to have a car. All these things, forget about them. Because when you get yourself fed, you'll be strong enough to be able to take care of someone who is hungry. But if you give everything that you have or is supposed to have to someone else, every day you have a problem with your husband or your wife. Because I'm telling you, nobody came here, most of the people came here and never thought that they can be buried here. You go build your mansion and someone else will be living in a mansion, which the mansion that you fought with the husband, that you lied to the husband, you lied to the wife, you will build it, someone will be living in it. Suddenly, as he was a single and now knowing that he's living good, a girlfriend will come. Before you know it, he's having his family in your place. When you go there, you spend just some few, months or even weeks, all in the name of trying to make people back home feel that now you have landed. And where you are living, there's fire, which even the fire service cannot put that fire off. You know, so forget about all these issues. I'm going to build my estate and I'm going to build my hotel. And see to your family, see to the wife, see to the husband. Come together, plan, try to save some money. Be honest with one another, because there's nothing that you have to hide from the husband or from the wife. Since the two of you can be naked and be one, as God created you, in truth you are naked.
Sure.
But when you think of sin, you have to put clothes on yourself. So these abuses comes from this poverty that we want to quench, the poverty fire that we want to quench, and that leads a whole lot of things. Imagine you are here, you are building back home in Ghana, Nigeria, Cameroon, wherever, and when you go to the shop, the only thing that you live on is the bones. And then when you finish, you've been taking baths for the next 15 years, whereby you can even buy a car. And then you have so many issues that the house is not being done the way you want it. How do you want it? Now you've got it. Make good use of it. Let God even be happy that you are attending to the wife, attending to the husband, attending to the children. Give them the needs. Nobody will take you to court that you haven't built a house. And nobody will take you to a court that you didn't do it for a brother or your sister. When you are helping your brother, he will be helping the girlfriend. When you are helping your sister, she'll be helping the boyfriend. Suddenly she will have a family. Who is helping your family? Think about it. So all this comes when the question comes that, why are you doing this? If you can afford it, please do it. If you can't, or you will struggle, don't do it. That's the reason why you see a couple suddenly, they will suddenly say, go and say that we separate. or we divorce. You go marry and you get some. You use your paper to go and bring someone to get money. You see, the moment you do that, you've given yourself to the devil to abuse you. So stay in a home which there's no any abuse. You start abusing by cheating, and that cheating brings those cases of insults. You are a liar. You are this. Stop it. Take care of yourself. Take care of your wife. Look at your wife. If you can afford to buy her some clothes, do it. If you can afford to buy some clothes for your husband, do it. The husband may like it, no, may not like it. So find a way to build a home that when you have a visitor, you can sit and then you be admired for what you have done. Most of our people, they will build castles, and when you see where they live, you'll be shocked. So all these things that I want to go back home and do something brings problems. Be honest with one another. Help one another. Make your children be proud of where they are living. You know, and then let them have a sort of a goal or a zeal right in front of them. My father or my parents got to this level. I have to
build on the height.
You know, but you will be sitting there doing nothing, and you expect the children to learn. You expect the children to be better. They have to get inspiration from someone else. So change that idea. All these abuses comes from these mansions and happen brother, happen sister. It's not wrong, but it should be the last thing that you do.
Okay. Thank you so much. Mama Esther, the reason why I was asking this particular question is that we know that back home in our various countries, our systems are not actually working. There are rules, there are regulations, we have laws, but they don't work. But here in Europe, in the Western world, wherever, we know that the laws are there and they are working. And that is why I'm asking that, do we experience some of these things here? Eyadia ekoso wa Abrokyire na se ekoso wa Abrokyire eden na bema obi a wa so do no what is ka kwaye no ho ade no ubebo no eden na bema na ba in the first place eyadia esi wa Abrokyire ha.
Yo, that's the American say obi bu obi ne ade ne de patro menya hu bi de say esi wo ba bi de a menya hu bi na te say de e papa e ka say ye bibi wo fie na bi a ye yi ni wo ahade no so na ebi kura wo ha na wo nipa kura no ne ba bi hia ade wo kuro yi mu a ye wei a kura ni hia pa na nipa ni mmua na nso wo de sika ekofie nti eba ne sa oya oma ba ni hunu nti eba ne sa tambia no ekoye bibi te se ase nokura eni aware eni mu nti wo ma sa ade ne ba de a eno no metumi akasa eye abuse kese pa ewo aware mu ewo ha ye we ebetumi abase bi kura mo ho kyere mo wo ha mo we pa na nso awarefo mienu no emu baako tambia no kakra bi na wo mo ho anka bi a mo de beye mo ho ahwe ne emaye wo ha no na wasende ko nti wo mo a ewo fie ho no nimu se mo sha da so wo ha nti etam bi wo ho kura anka wo mu hia se o mbe hia mo help enso o mbe call for that help no na nam se da bia wo munya bi nti no nipa no so be make sure se de mu wo bia no betam akona da bia no mo sofa
na chese enam saa eyi no so na ema saa
eno ya big abuse
entawantawa ne entokwa ne ba efie mu no
enti sa ba ma ye saa na oba ye saa na sa baako ehuna ekoba ne saa okay efiri okono ono so mie
etimi ba
ono so mka no kura nyina nkyere ubiem ne sika asem odie yo ono so because oma wuhuna na ohunu so wo bia won so batam odie no bia wo de beye bibi kura oni mu ho hwe enti pam no twa no okay say na wo ye ne me so madam ho so
na chese de me pese me hu ni se edien na bema oba a mawarew ebia obetene wonsa ede abome anase bema betene ne nsa de bebo oba de ebia no mfa okay nwa omware abrofo ne me ye sure say sotro ndi omutedi bu sa abrofo ne de omodie ne bibia kakra na pa just normal ade atesi but ye bibi yini de mentan hu bisa entino please those of you watching us at home and listening, if you have any such experience you can call. I just want to know that, do we experience some of these things here? If you are married to an outsider or something of the sort, please help us for us to know. And whatever you can help us with, your advice, then we want to know if it is something that is happening. Wafa kwesi, mami misa, ayadia esi, se obi etimi etene nensa edibo obi, edien ebema nipa ayesa adiwe.
Open you that say, say abuse. You know, we have different types of abuse.
Okay.
We have physically abuse, emotionally and mentally abuse, and verbally abuse.
Okay.
And all of them, no, the end is physically abuse.
Okay.
Because somebody can use verbally abuse. The woman or the man will insult you in a way that you don't know what to do anymore. Especially we men, if the man is arguing with the wife and the woman voice go up more than the way it's supposed to be, not every man that has that experience like women, so it becomes very, very, very difficult for the man. I'm not saying it's the right thing that they have to do. It's not. It's not, and it's not right thing. But when the woman insults the man in a way verbally, it's very, very difficult. So if the man cannot do anything or the woman cannot do anything, then it tends to become emotionally and mentally. Because some people, like Christians, I don't know about our brothers, the Muslims, but some Christians, Bible says we should not do all this violence. Bible says we should not hate our wives, we should hate this our husbands, and the person is going through bitterness because of the wife, because of the husband. The way you maltreat your husband, maltreat your wife, the way you talk to that person. So when the person remember it, then become emotional abuse. Anytime the person remember it, then everything destroyed the whole day. Maybe that day you haven't done anything, but so far as he or she remember it, then it look like the person hates you. No, because you are putting something on that person. Those who go through this are the men or the women who don't like violence. Because there are people who like violence. When you do this, I'll do you, and everybody has their way.
Okay.
When you insult me, I will insult you. I have my way. But if you have a partner who cannot insult you, who cannot beat you or do anything wrong, that person become very sick in life. That person become emotionally and mentally abused. And emotionally and mental abuse are the same thing. And it's not easy to control that. It's not easy to control that. So at the end, if the man or the woman did not control himself or herself, then the physical abuse will come and the police will come inside. Then the marriage started destroying. So we have to watch ourselves, whatever we are doing. If somebody have done something wrong, find the right way. Some people don't ask questions. I've heard that you have done this. They don't ask. They just provoke and attack you. Okay. When you attack straight, maybe it's wrong. You have to ask the person in the right time, nice time. I've heard that this thing has happened. What's your opinion? Allow the person to express himself or herself. So that the abuse is very, very terrible. We live in Europe. Most of us are afraid of physical abuse because the police will come in. Most of us. But emotionally and mentally and verbally, it works everywhere. Everywhere. It's working all the time.
You know,
because that's why police cannot arrest you.
Can I
okay, Mr. Daz, you can come in.
I'm sorry that I have to intervene. The thing is that the abuses that goes on with our characters, we have certain characters that isn't good. You know, there are so many ways, as we are talking, that abuses that comes in. It can just be that it's not the palaces and the lack of self-confidence and all that people have, but some people have some sort of character which needs to be dealt with. Because imagine you are married and you are here, and then you still being here have contact with your former girlfriend or contact with your former boyfriend. These are some of the things that sometimes you never hear of, because that person or whatever that it is that you have gone away from. If you are a virgin, never met anybody, or the man who is a virgin never met anybody, then it's a different thing. But most people, when they come, they were no virgins when they came into the marriages, and some of them are so weak in the sense that the former boyfriend will call or the former girlfriend will call. You see, these are the abuses which are like being backstabbed. So if you don't check your character, knowing that where I am going, I don't need to take my old clothes with me.
Okay.
And then you still bring them to where the new place that you've gone to, and you still want to look at her pictures and his pictures and talk about the past, which doesn't really reflect in the new life that you're going to live. Then this thing comes, because imagine the wife coming to see the picture, or the husband coming to see the picture. You see, so these are the things that sometimes comes into the marriage that others may not know, but it will start with a slap. It will start with the other one will spit at you. So do away with the things that you do not. As you've gone to marry, or as you've moved here, you become a new person. Let be of the past. However good that person was, that person couldn't marry you.
Okay.
However good that person was, you couldn't resist the new one that has come. So let be of the past and then focus of the present, so that you may not get a slap, or so that no one will spit at you, so that it will never be a physical blows which comes every now and then. So we have characters which we bring in our marriages which aren't good. And those of you who are so weak, or those who are weak, that you always want to get the third person's opinion in your life, you are going to be destroyed.
Daddy, what about, there are some people, they will tell you, maybe I was under the influence of alcohol or some drugs or what have you. What do you have to say?
No, it's not an excuse. The thing is that your attitude, your character, your personality, these are the things that you take with you to the next level. So as you are going forward, you analyze yourself and know that, can I take these things with me? It's just like you are traveling. You need a visa, you need a passport and all these things. So you can't go in the middle of the road and tell those who are there that I don't have this with me. You know that automatically this isn't right. And as it isn't right, you have to stop it immediately. We have to have characters. We need this. As so many times that we are told, be honest. Be someone who forgives. Be someone that is always kind and willing to help. But you don't go in a relationship to go and destroy someone's life. Then better not go. Because if you are not a virgin coming, definitely you've met someone. And that is not the person that who break your virginity, being a man or a woman, is not the one that you are married to. Then it means that history is there. And that history, you should never bring it up. Because some woman doesn't want to know about your past girlfriend's life. And some man doesn't want to know how you were with Kwesi and Anthony. Where you are right now is where you have to do everything, make everything new. So some of the abuses comes not because of money, but because of the past.
Okay.
That's
Coming
right.
here,
That's right.
the pictures you have on your phone, those before they were albums, those throw them away. And then you have the peace in your home.
Now, okay, Mama Esther, me, yeah, papa, yeah, dear, say my bad. Now, dear, Tenny said, Ebia, Onipano, menine jai. Menini nishi yebiu. Impembe breu bisa say do I am madam for she nim ye nam for keke. Na say nam for keke sa no na say no mabe ware unti no me nam fufu a bia me wo no mi ntwa won mo me fa won si nchen ana menya den.
Me pa cho ho no de no kure ni oba bia ni ho ana ba ma bia ni ho a obepese se wo ye ba ma umpese wo yire ene emema ebeye ayonkogoro ana se be ma wone no ahia atwamu no de bia wone ne be kasa we de e just kasa keke ana be ma bia nsusu ni ho a obepesa agoro no enti no kura ni nyame anim ni eno de enye kura se o oba no ana be ma no woni wukunu ete honom na nipa na woni na jai ana se bi kura na nipa ni nim se bi kura woni ne wo honom na wo ye de sie ɛno deɛ ɛma asomdwie ɛma because wo no time bia wo de curse ɛba efie hɔ no ma ebi kura nipa na wo partner na wo ne hɔ no enim sɛ saa bɔne wei ɛna wo yɛ nti ɛno deɛ ɛyɛ very very ayi pa ekum nipa
ɛba no
ekum nipa pa
wafa kwesi let me ask you this unse ebinum wɔ hɔ a ɔbɛka kyerɛ so me na me kɔfa wo efiri Ghana bae you were nobody before I met you. I brought you from Africa. You were very poor, and maybe fortunately for the person, he or she is working, but you are home because you don't know your ins and out of everything, so you are always home, and the person goes out and comes in more or less like the breadwinner. Nothing be obey who say what the wutifia say one year she ne bia and from so kakra bia ba no affair no so we gina no so dey do atem. You are home and you don't do anything. You are a useless man, you are a useless woman. Edien and I hear catch nwa omoye sa no.
Yo me we am ba second abuse na I feel say your papa kan ho asem no.
Okay.
Se bia makofa wo yere akofa wo kunu di naba.
Yeah.
Yemfa Sweden any example.
Okay.
Sweden na akofa ne ba ye no. Obi enim say obeduru krom a wansua de about 2 years de obekɔ school akosua Swedish kasa. Obi enim. Enti wakofa wo kunu wakofa wo yere aba. Wonnim pɔte sɛ bɛman ɔnyɛ adwuma at least 2 years for the person to go to school and learn the language. So you know the economic issue, you know everything, and you brought the man or you brought the woman. So if you are saying the man is useless, the woman is useless because the person is not working, what do you think the man have to bring the money from? Because Sweden, you have to learn the language. It's not an English country. You have to learn the language before you can get a job. So if you are thinking the man is useless or the woman is useless, you are not fair. You are not being fair. But one thing I can say that if you're a man, if you're a woman, your husband brought you, your wife brought you, and you are home, do something there too. It's like before the man will come from work, you have cleaned the house, you have done something. If you can cook, do something for her or him to know that at least you are not working, you are not going to school, or you go to school after that, you can do something to help the home for the person to know that you are doing something. Do something about that. But if the person is doing their best and you think the person is not coming with the money that you think is supposed to come home, then you are not being fair because the person don't know anything about the country that you are brought to. So you have to be patient for some years that you know that that's what is going to happen. So you don't have to abuse your wife or your husband because the person is not working. Once you know that in the country that are not English country, you have to learn the language before you can get job. Yeah. Okay. The second part of the guys or the ladies that talking to their so-called former husbands, boyfriends, and their girlfriends is evil and it's demonic. You know, people are saying this and they are no more, they are just friends. They are not friends. It's evil. Even what you guys were doing was wrong when it comes to Christ's life or Christianity. You are fornicating. You are doing it a spiritual thing. You have had contact with each other. So something has going on in the spiritual realm. Yeah. So when by the grace of God, the person dumped you, that's the point. Some women, men dump them. Some men, women dump them. And they meet nice people. And now they...
Hello, Wafa.
The internet has
Wafa Humano article. Hello, Wafa.
Yes, sir. Mitonka.
Pacho, we dia kasana senka o ya kasegum from ye ntwaso. Okay. Wafa Humano, yeah.
Omo insult to husband and also wives because of their former boyfriend or their former girlfriend. It's very evil and it's very demonic. because you will never have peace unless you stop that so-called boyfriend, former girlfriend, friends.
Former relationship,
Former relationship. If you are off with that person, go off 100% automatically. Not the person's birthday. I have to call the person because we are friends. You are not friends. You are bringing evil and demonic in your home. Yes. Sooner or later, your marriage will go down. And you are causing it without knowing it.
Sir.
Some even send messages. Some even do a lot of things for them. Some even do evil things. Some even go and have sex with them and come home with their husbands. It's demonic thing that some women and some men are doing it, and they thought it's fun. And they'll tell people, we are just friends. You are not friends. Stay away from that person.
Okay. Yo.
And secondly, if you have a former husband that you have children with, if you have child with that person, then we have to know where you have to stay. Because the person has to call you because of the child. The person has to call you because of the child. So we have to find a way for the person to know that this limit, you can call me because of the child. You want to know how far the person is going on. But you cannot go over and ask me some questions about like sex life, about anything that you think it can track you back to your evil life.
Exactly.
Bless you.
Exactly. Yeah, thank you very much. But Mimbisa 1 or 2 questions bina for MBA phone lines no. Wherever you are, please, we would like to hear if you have had such experiences here. Then we would like to know. You can share with us. Me person mi bisa unse ya hanom no eya na ema no se bia obema ne oba aware mu na kasakasa ba because we dey asema amiamate. Akasakasa unse ema no timi use word bia to mu se e ka akoma pa utimi ka asem bia na ahye to mu se be ma no ya ho hwe yenyeye obi wo ha utimi ka kire asema ban oh you are not a man, you are not a man onya be ma. You are not a man enough. When you into boss a bear so we coming from Africa, see a castle being a bear man, and one day. It will call you are not a man, and it said, Obi or catcher, me or no know what situation be Musa. Or not what I didn't hear ye, and I or Bani Bufu. You are not a man. You cannot bring anything on board. Says Aquana, it says, and some my American. You are not a man. And I didn't can't tell Omutunufubia said Debbie. Or some man, the any of my bonam say, me a man. And you know, with such mentality, no, a day a foot to no day man from both sides, a manner, in fact, or be multimeter person. Ya can't say man walk out, Musa Umudia when you're a day a foot to near the both sides, or bear money, Mamma Esther, sir. With my one quick one and
I foot no dear. A be free infancy banner ne be mani na ho. I say, ye our phone ye nya abotre ne odo. Na I will say problem no de beba. Eye dan ya edu baabi a even post anya mu mienu mu na beba kura bi a be free mu maso ene ade. Bibi bia e be si wo aware ni mu no. Enam odo enti no esese ye nya abotre. Na yedi suro nsoma awrade ene kasa bia ebe free ano aba ena mema no nso ye pamacho ye besre mo say ya edu mre bi na se bia enema bi ya na ene ye bi so a mema ni bi eye odi a bi ama ni die anase bi anema sie bi abema ni die sie ba no wo hu na etesa de wakuni sunsun enti wode saa yaw ni nyina na wode kasa no bibi sabi wo hono ma no kura pa ne de ba ne ka no enso be ma ne mpese obe gi atum se de ba ne ka no ye no kura enti eno na ma ba ne de yaw ekeka ensam sa enti e ba sa wo ye be ma asema no de esese bia abonten kura no wapie kakra ana asese wo nso wo ba no na bema ni bi nso etesa papa mema ni bi eyi na no kasa
asma wo ke mami ke bibi o emanu ho se bia wunhie bi da wo se bema no nkwa abonten kakra Obama bu a we na ompese ntokwa besi ntu no no agbomodin akam na eye gu no ko aye se okọ oba ne be ye din ahwe ne se be ma ne nkoboko no da bi o se wo de ye ya na wo ko ohufo just on the back to house to once oh eya di esi o eya di a esi oh pacho etiefu utie na wo hwa ebia no ehu bi da ana wat bi da mpacho frani ehu se de ye ken eyampa na enyampa bi wo ha be ma no boko pese ofirim na chese nka asundua befie ohufo wo de ye ya se no aso no wo dan na ukọ so ehu nti eno na ma be ma na bi etimi kana no asa dan no no ba ne sa no ba no tumu se
nsa na na mpacho ye wo mema ni bi wo ho a de na ye meken eye ma no se bi aya no ya asem no ene ye wo mema ni bi so wo ho asabe o ma no kura ya chen ma no pa
Oh yeah.
oyi na no bie na no ka asem ba ko de kire wo a especially ebi kura na anya mo nko na mo wo ho ebi kura na nipa ba mo nchen mo nya hoho ekwan a obefa so akasa wo ho wo nipa na nimu ene ade no se nyankopon anka wo ho ama wakoma mu begu mu ho fin wo awo na nim na so se nipa no se nyame eba ni mu dia na eso wo yedin na ofiri ho efiri se oya na adwene se wo beto aso a de ono so wo sha ase no onya ama ne nkanti ade nsem pii ene beba enti mepa chew se aya ekwan bi so no ma no ne mema ni nyina no ye hunu se de ebesi akasa wo ye ho se bi abufu ana ayi bi ba ye hunu kwan a ebefa so ne ye partner no
that's it mama Esther every ninti daddy bacho we dey bona quick one man na wo fa kwesi nso mrem na
mo wo bi de o ya ne ye firi hu ne wi ase e go mi dem a ye ka ko de awarsam and your boyfriend or girlfriend we je no work on na it's won't can be a can fee because and war na na ya dot na you was soon yes in the way in previous one or the inch yajun one more sin because my way them work and you know or you read the Bible you it Bible say we are not it's not by the flesh and the blood but all those principalities
we are not fighting against flesh and blood
it's a bit someone that the principalities on your bazaar about your own obi Nifie in some of the crowd, no yard be a warrior by themselves, but be push one from somewhere. It's why I am so far. One bomb was in the moment for Yami in from Bobra because the able to waka, why they may pin a water wall. Because about to waka, why they the same thing that blade that wouldn't show. Ewa, Ubia Bacana best to destroy it.
Destroy the other.
It's Yenya Botaka can woman from Pabo Mommy Finzi Bianichi, Bompema Wire. The bompema wukun the mama the mazi in sea. In one, they strike a crank home 1 ton wo ika, no 1 ton wo cook. My friend Abotar. Yenya Botaka baby. Now on show I hope more. Yes, Medasi. On say, one shall hope more. No, we are Medasi. What for Papa no believe in a wago. But on all can. Would they chibiano or come on? It's you say, Medawasi. That can be a mazachoa. About same unit, Bokubuaka.
Daddy, my can't the mamma as my mental question will ever think I may add the ama daddy na. One said, Obit me can, I can't say, Okra, I say, and yet Abrokyire ha, Obaya, na o, and watching na bantina. Unse aware wa ha no aya na edin nti enya anwekire wa ha na me dia fa wo saa nka wo kura nka memfa wo nya hwe ne obi kasa asem wo kire wa na wo ye den
so be your one let's say to the chen instantly upon ebubu kra mo hye wa ho no kan di se na wie ka chen bada wase try be obi a wotie bibia no otase wo ni fie no on try be no bra no baka there that's the case so some time ago or you're wrong Bobi shisha ho papa na wi aka me da wase me zo bona cho just try that and see
na wo fa enya Abrokyire pa na e wa nka wo nka me de wo ye den na no sa no nka wo ye den
wo so ka che da nya wo na menyem
wara ehwe meat ya wo hwe nam ya body ya gina ha ya wo so nam ne me
insi ne so ba ka che me zo bona cho But so Bonicho, try to break that code, no.
Yeah. Me feel say yeah hu nipa no. And me back Ghana no enema me be hu mani so me pesenka awarefo timi bi wo ma no ka kire wo mu kro se wonya obema wonya oba no. Mo fa mo nkoto wo mo kire. Also bema no ko be ema a mo de fridge mti senam. Emema de fridge mti sama obu obi ti se wonya nipa no. Na kokoshe ye wie yesi de sitie den ye gine wo wiase a etutimi kasa kire wo kurama na ye ne ya wo adwuma kwa restia na ne yema hye no wo kitimi kasa kire wo yira wo bafia na osugu ne yem edi nti na wo se ye kasa sa abuse is very dangerous verbal and emotional physical crime ye mfa say ebo wa ahihye wa na waja ba we no ekum sunsum
na wo fa ebi wo ho kran so a obi timi pai weni baako na weni no chese it has been damaged for the rest of your life enti ebi anywhere egosa
emiti wasepa ebi anywhere go enti yenye very careful when we are abusing people that we think is not abuse. Whatever you are saying, you are abusing that person emotionally, mentally and physically and verbally. We have to be very careful, very careful whatever we are doing as married couples, because nobody married somebody that he or she hates. You marry somebody you think you love. So when something is going on wrong, find a way and fix it. Don't use verbally, emotionally, physical strength to fix it, because it will destroy. You can marry 10 men and this thing will happen, continue to happen, unless we change the character, bad behavior, evil behavior that is in us. That we hide when we get married, then we started using it.
Okay. Yo.
Thank you.
Yo, where the medasi bebre emre say ye baby phone lines no so that those of you who are watching us from your various homes, you can also call in, and then whatever that you have heard or witnessed, experienced, then you can also put it on board for us to hear. And if you have anything to add, you add for us. You can also WhatsApp us on the same number. If you are outside Sweden, +46 769 55 7405. If you are outside Sweden, +46 769 55 7405. We can't really wait to hear your comments and your views. We really want to know if you have had such an experience or an encounter. Please, if you are listening to us and you are watching, you can come in with your views, and the number is 0769 557405. If you are here in Sweden, 076 955 7405. pacha obetimi afre se ebia ukunu waburu wodan mu pen anase bibia te saa ebia wakwa amane ebia te saa mu ebia wahu obi de ubetimi aka ne nyina ya che ne asua ade e de afirim because ye mu bebre wo ha ya na ye fi se enya ade a esi wa ha enti se ya ade a wahunu bi ana wati bi. If you have witnessed anything of the sort, please, we would like to hear it from you. So you share with us, we learn something from it, and we better our lives here. Thank you very much. Pacho Obi Ede Nedie Abba, some of the comments. Obi say, abuse in marriage is common in Ghana, especially in Gomwa land. Nature say, and yet, Europe nko te se gomuafu nyina nso edi omo obia Precious Liliana is watching. Nana Hayford, God bless you all from Georgina Osafo. Precious Liliana enti yadamasi bebre mo amutie na mo hwe no nso wo fia na nso wafre na wo de wadwen kire ade aba. Yeah, we can see in Shiraba Gazi watching, and I think this is from my own dad, Timothy Benjamin Gazi. We can also see Gifty Opon is also watching. Fred Ehis Johnson is also watching. You can also call or WhatsApp us on the same line, +4676 955 7405. Me fa kwenya so me di chia asore a ewo gomwa mutia na mo so mafre se bia ukunu bo a menim se ho de efuo madwuma ne ade no nti se bibi se ekoso a na mafre ne nyina ye bobo ho ne ahwe kwan a ebetimi aboa ye ho. We de yenya ko bia no memfa we emra ne enhwe say what are some of the effects a betimi enya ewo nipa no so with these kind of abuse no say be a yebu obi verbally insulting someone ne ade. What are some of the effects again betimi ato sa nipa no?
In the first place, obi anyi hodzina no ho wala nze wonkwa na nze wan hodzin into one son cries a bob inside edwin ho pa obodwen hu ne hu de ebo no to fun na wan so bi wa ebe ya no den mistakes is onyimpa bi anyi ho ye bi, but sometimes hey mistakes to learn from your mistakes. There's a my bring ye bio obi be show ahoba them obi to no you say words are like weapons. It's still there na ebo bobi so no a envy no one ekobọ nsisi a wato obo form abọ no mesisi why a handicap for the rest of your life, and you're free from that. Inside what the boy impa no say be da men ye bio na wo so ahoba shawa ye down but home pay ani akopano mbo no je ahoba shisha because mfaso bia ye ho but adibia dem make an one ton baby no so do enye bi but mo zini nye bi onya bota there's obi shawa ahoba but mo za hwempeko no ka chine mezo bo ne chew na call baby because no onya hozen on kebio because abonsam na zo chinyi bone feche inta hozen ozo mo me insult obi no na yipa ko ka chew zo bo me chewa them work and was all ball left for right so for can work on. But when you're there for right mom booming can right in a worker for one ball left for right man or who actually fetch it because as a child you pakun or you weak. The more it's better the more you can obey weak or basisa. But in pakun eka no so can be a no referee in between. Or she won him okay also kadan. You want also can be. But as a child no John today if your football players be also or a good sportsman or you right sportsmanship. One will be a prayer or capanicho or one with Janando. We also have Bobin we prewitch the bootino as they say no. We also are done one manisac also then to what? In one see young Pekon Fufrubia is boy able to best son in Abrobo is a treat to bear only the Jim Monka. It's a Jim Walker as to tell Biaramba. A Jim Walker being to few go, a Jim Walker being to show a robber. What show a robber on the crown of apart from what they're making in Ano. It's off me. In Cientia, you have a new method.
That you Boshiana on easy damo because Obi Owa and as we always say in certain and yape Obi Owa abotrobe yum but Obi should try say senior workano or de che abotrimunanka we pie na asomdweaba na wokona senior obeti obehwe pa no wa te bema nan pa na me hu de ye kra me aka me be fa obi timi ka sem na che se wutumu se ahyewa ama okwa wuche wabie do na pa wu pie o na wunya te sa na se o pese oda no
ho na make de referee no je in between no ekuna ka to the point that this year no amatse no aka che wo so revenge baze what revenge they about straightforward and come anything there we have to try new things. Them a Bible catch us say, do something new in what? In my life. And see, if God has to do something new in your life, then it's about time that you will do something new in your life there. Bibi we see in a record for one finger, fresh left no more, for another one, fresh right no more. Therefore, pray. Mobile can be and see now. There be fear. Now, pot of flowers are there. Besides all that, Yano, with the flower.
Daddy, don't
me poucho.
Oh,
Mama poucho. Obiasho over crab way in sometimes you know, Obi crop or Shama Hagen. Just that. Or sure how many Munaka Hagen are. A one, I did vino cry. Try me there. Oh, she show a hoban, oh, you show a hoban, who could show a hobano. I will wash a hoban, caught like a hugging in Pano. Let's try here, so on receiver. Or Ben who's no zin behind the wago. Munia, one try to be a problem solver. Say we are say women, Yako Suko Suyanzamo. Me Pacho, Recomasam Cor, Yako school go Suyanzama. But co school one show, Kwana Bepeda bed and a financial independence. One ma woko Suyanzi, no woko Suyanzi, when you will not cobo winsome, while you one letter, we won't pay slip. We'll pay what Everton and course one shop on for the Benis Kada. They be no obi employ you. Why don't you go to learn? Quanaba for that. Every was by employ obi. Next can be zuho. It's why you want and say one was a couple of bimo in Niska. Oh, yeah, we'll show by the law, by the book, we are can stay with the person. And see, near a Robashano, near a Bruno, Nina Oba, as you see the film, Echo Schooler. One shop on the one shop compared a huge but it's in your mind implant there. There ko nekosia na wi obi adan wa mo adwuma na akọ nekosia kakra no today hen ma hon me yim honi Bill Gates no we find Facebook guy we find plus many people are where rich in this world when na we dey school because one pass whatever
be an one
but a bon in the I am for 10,000. No, if you're a millionaire, now we're passing every exam in school, man. It's here. It's a young for young treating young as a Abrobo there. Me feel abuse, but through the abuse, you know, me turn them around. A you know, your husband, be seen or be no your husband, turn to the person, no corner Hagen. As always, saying, no, I shall hope the whole day. Because Mr. Fu would not shapa, what capam, one casano for 20 years. No, you're free that.
No carpa. Not wafa. Wafa. Young fanny say, Bia, ebufu aba kakra na e wo so pa asumwie no watare egu kon hu pie na o kwa na bia ya ka che wa ahwe be ma to achie bi na me kura me hu de ka me kura na wo ye
akala
ya papa trends ya momo de amfanje e na wo kan what from
okay.
Me say yes was your for catchre on say
Yeah.
Catchre yes say Erade because I send an agent say papa can see betimi ya na say kan kwa aso ano no nessa say nipa say na betimi ya saa de ewu Erade ko yemo say saa de we e dia so bi beba nemo de pesa me kaka ho no say saa abuse we e mema kura ho because we have this thing in our brain before we have feeling with woman, we sense this from our base and it goes down to where the private part is. So when the man is having thoughts, evil thoughts in their mind or because of what you have said, it does not help them for erection. Yes. Abuse.
Sir,
it can cause men erection. Some men can go down like that because they don't have feeling for their wife. This pain that is fighting against them. Because everything has to come from our mind, especially the men. It comes from our mind, then it goes down.
Yeah, not just it has a psychological effect on the man.
Yes.
Okay.
And the same thing, it can have the same psychological effect to men because women can have the same thing if you are going with them and you want with them. They will feel very pain. They will not be happy because they are feeling something emotionally inside them. So they don't have this joy to have sex with. That's why it's very important to fix it. When somebody makes mistake, you have to fix it. We can do all these kind of things. Otherwise, there's nothing that you can fix it. You cannot have good sex or good marriage unless you fix it and take this thing from us. The abuse, emotionally, mentally, and verbally.
Mama Esther, now you come what will be your final word now?
situation na start so we your boss so we be mo upepi free bokula enyina ho wo de wo kwa de onipa na kan man ko be kura na wo fa so be a wo to be a wo ye idinka bomb se the company financial bia the be here for na so be balance
everybody's do something new. Once you do something in your life, something with the may you fool too much misafference all the time. Just because of so much may you carry upon themselves. Because being now why macho, why is so strong, no must be that apple, smart apple too, besides our room, try be new in your life. What try
Try because
ija ewa ejuma. Obi wo ho a yebo. Obi wo ho a nezi nya akroba. Obi wo ho nezi no otumi ye. Empike se me ye. Obi wo me na ko ti family stam. Na ko ti na wa papa isi jan. Munya se ebuo yo gudu na ti che compare mana. Wa ka se bo mu de. That in a word in the very ye. Can't try something new because tit for tat. Correct. On your correct. Ebeye ne bo wie bo no we no the whole room. Wo ba no the whole room. Because as you buy a handicap and it's prison baby. Let's be you just 5 seconds and you be game worker. Think about it. You know them plastic ones in Uganda. You go tropical country. It's your behind or your plastic. Quarter plastic flower for man. Settle yeah living with system kakra wofa. I na born try to new JB monka because you can get it by giving. But joy is also
apples too. Flowers.
Let's add the flowers and yama ash if you tropical countries so yama flower. Bibi a plastic. But a plastic AEB top AEB we one now obeji and that's the term is a bro. Yaka obi mo wa obeti we but we put it all together there at least no boy boy perfect but you try okay Jim okay amunia asamasa bi said am kofu kumo ye no ofiabazi that's right we find you je wo ye no it's about me for no so I can lift it let me say for the dia wo kuno ni wo fe Japan no you like this urgent one e wo work man wo high blood pressure what the normal that be asthma can one of the effects because blood pressure for sure it's very important that situation blood pressure what normal now, my friend, Mama, when you last one again, my first walk of the flower, but now, darling. Darling, what no sir no the flower no be that what popular o na o television so we can Nsem
now in part of my book me say no credit so aware no kura any adwumanti na fasa na ma we na problems ni na no credit
that's right
so no kura any adwuma and a problem
when last words na yemfa enedie no is say Abrobo bebre so your final words na fancy
yeah the person make actually nyina ya hono se mbra ye de kwasa so 8 here we have to enjoy ourselves that's that we serve. As married couples, we have to enjoy ourselves because that limited time God has given to us, we are just wasting. We are just waiting to fight each other. We have to stop all this abuse against ourselves because it's not helping ourselves. And if you are insulting somebody, you are not my type. You are not this. You are not this. I said, I repeat. Please go to do excursion,
Yeah.
and see that if you are better than somebody over there. Bless you.
Medasi bebree. I'm say, na nipa to ehwe. Nshiraba Gezi was say, I am enjoying show. God bless you all. Yenya Bema Imano Donko is also watching. Swansea Nana Duku is watching. Upon very nice topic today to you, and God bless you all. I'm saying, Hannah Adajie Ebemayen Ababesi Tino Yentini and Twasbio Yadase Yara Oje God bless you all. We meet again next. I've been your host, Festus Gezi.